have a layout for you today based on the sketch that is being featured on the Spiegelmom Scraps Facebook group. So the sketch is created by my good friend Susanna Lee on YouTube. If you don't know her, you really should. She's fabulous. And I've pulled papers from my H2KAKWS style kit for August. So we're going to use some of those gorgeous Alexandra Ranke patterns. And I found this, or, well, I didn't find it, but I'm going to use the Friesen for a Reason sequin mix, which was just released in August. And it has yellows and pinks and whites. And I'm going to use that sequin mix to help make my layout cohesive, because I'm using some pink papers and also some of the yellow butterfly papers from Alexandra Ranke, and those that sequin mix is going to help. For this layout, I started with my sequin mix, so I decided I wanted to work with that one, that yellow and pink sequin mix, and then I found photos, and then I found product. So a little bit of a different, sometimes I go the other direction, but I knew that I really wanted to get to use at least all of the new sequin mixes for the month in different layouts. So I really wanted to make sure that I used each one throughout the month. So I cut my papers down, and I'm deciding where I wanted my photos to go. And then I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to stick the background paper to the other paper, if that makes sense at all. And then I'm going to work on making some embellishments. So I'm going to create kind of my own embellishments for this layout. I have these little circle dies from Altenew, and I'm going to use the circle dies, and I'm going to cut one row of the birds, and I'm going to fussy cut one strip of the butterflies, which gives me lots and lots and lots and lots of extras for another layout later this month. The next thing that I really want to do is I want to put a white cardstock behind my photo. I want my photo to kind of pop up a little bit, and I don't know why, but on my camera it's pulling a cream color out of that background paper, and I'm here to tell you that that cream color just doesn't exist. I don't know why. My paper, my white matte on my camera looks like it's like white, and then the Alexandra Ranke paper is cream, but in reality they're both really white, so I don't know why it was doing that. I don't know why I was pulling the colors that way, but oh well. So I'm just going to go through here, and I want you to be able to see some of the white, because the white's going to help kind of distance the photo from that gorgeous cherry blossom background. These photos were taken in March, so I thought they would be perfect for spring and cherry blossom and butterflies, and I'm holding my gorgeous brand new niece who wasn't even a month old in this photo and is now 6 months old. Oi! Wow. But she's fabulous. So I'm going to put my photos down, but first I decide I really want to kind of anchor my photo. I want to put something under my photo to kind of anchor it, and I'm going to use this washi tape. I got this washi tape in the Click Kit shop. It's an Alexandra Ranke washi tape. This is one that they don't have at Simon Says Stamps. They don't have it at any of the other places that I know about that you can get the Alexandra Ranke products, except for Click Kits. They have it. Another thing I will say is someone told me if you're looking for these papers and you know they're sold out and you can't find them, somebody told me, or I heard somewhere, that Blue Moon Scrapbooking in the US is carrying some of her products, so that might be a good place to check out too if you're looking for it. And I know Christina from the Secret Not Secret Kit Club has a stencil in her shop. Just one. And then Simon Says Stamp has this cherry blossom paper, a whole set of it. You get 2 of every sheet. It is it's $20, but they have it too. So, and they have a new one that's all flamingos, which is super pretty. I haven't pulled the trigger and bought that one yet, but it's on my wish list. So I'm taking all of these little birds that I die cut, these little circles, and I'm trying to decide how I want them to go. So I decide I really want that one bird right there because it's looking in. It looks like it's looking right at my photo, and I love the way that looks. And this is actually how I'm going to end up layering them up for this. And I'm following the sketch a little, somewhat. I have my photos in the right place. I have my title in the right place. I kind of went my own route with the embellishing, and of course I'm using the sketch to create an 8.5 by 11 layout instead of a 12 by 12. Initially I had thought I would go ahead and just do a 12 by 12, but I had a hard time finding photos that would match both the sequin mix I wanted to use and would go well with the sketch. So I decided I would just shrink the sketch down and do 8.5 by 11. I'm just going to trim off some of the little edges here. And I'm using Hickory Smoke Distress ink on all of my cuts and layers because there is a lot of like gray tones in this. There's gray tones in the butterflies. There's gray tones in the cherry blossoms. I love the way that my title turned out because it has that like wood veneer which provides some texture. And I'm using some Scrapbook adhesive foam squares to pop up just a couple of the butterflies. So my plan for these butterflies is I want them scattered about the layout, but I don't want any of them to be facing like they're flying off the page. Does that make sense? So I want them to all be kind of facing into the page. So that did in some respects kind of dictate where I put them. But I did end up getting them all. See how like I just don't want them to look like they're flying off the page. That was totally I want to keep them contained. So I'm making sure the little heads and antennas are facing into the layout, which I think just provides, like you can kind of follow the way the butterflies are facing and get all the different fun pieces of this layout. And I really, really love how, because this is an 8.5 by 11 layout and because I cut down that cherry blossom paper, your eye really goes right to the photos. Because that cherry blossom branch just kind of comes down and behind the photos, and it worked out very, very well. I was super happy with that in the end. So what I'm doing now is I'm placing my sequins. I'm not going to sprinkle them. You know how sometimes I just kind of throw them everywhere, which is fabulous. But for this particular layout, I really wanted them to be more controlled and be kind of like little sparkles around my embellishment clusters. So you'll notice that I'm using clusters of 3 to 5 of them. I'm kind of making a triangle around all of my different embellishment clusters, and they add just so much character and whimsy to this layout. They're beautiful. I super duper am happy with how this layout came out. I think that if someone said to me, you know, everyone's always like, what is your style? This layout is my style. If I could just, you know, if all my photos would work for this style, then I would be happy camper. But I'm a boy mom, so we go rustic quite often. But I do enjoy this layout very, very much. I love these products. I cannot tell you enough how much I love them. So I'm just going to go through here. So can I just, as an aside, this Nuvo adhesive is the bomb. Seriously, so this is new adhesive to me. I haven't been using it very long, but it's fabulous. It's fabulous. Like, it's fabulous. I love it. I love it for sequins, and I love it for I love it. It's working out so well. So if you're looking for a nice wet adhesive, I really do recommend this adhesive. It's really fabulous. Okay, I don't know where I went. I must have gone somewhere to get something, right? And I don't know why I didn't cut this part out of my video. That wasn't maybe the smartest thing I've ever done. Oh, here I am. Oh, I was getting my date stamp, yes. So I'm just going to date this photo. I try really, really hard to date all of my photos, if nothing else. I mean, often I don't have a ton of journaling. Sometimes I do, though. Like, if you watch, if I have something to say, I journal about it. And I'm just going to stamp this using the Hickory Smoke Distress ink. And that's going to complete this layout. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. Come over to the Spiegelmom Scraps Facebook group and play along with us. You can win some of these gorgeous, amazing products. And yeah, here are some fun close-ups. You guys, can I just give a shout out to all my subscribers? I know there's some new ones that have come in, and I'm so happy you're here. I hope you like the content that I provide for you. I'll talk to you all soon. Bye.